Hey, welcome back to the Junk in My Trunk radio show. We're over here with Scott with the Village of Jackson Creek Memory Care. Scott, we appreciate you coming on the road show. Can you tell the listeners and the viewers a little bit about Village of Jackson Creek?
Yes, we are a memory care community specifically designed to care for Alzheimer's residents and those that are suffering from other dementias as well. We've been doing this for a long time, been operating for now going in our 9th year, and but we care for all levels of memory care. So whether it's early stage or whether it is moderate stage or end stage, we can accommodate all levels.
That is very cool. And so you guys are located over here in eastern Jackson County, not too far from the Hilton Garden Hotel?
That is correct. Yeah, we're here conveniently located just right down the hill from Centerpoint Hospital on Jackson Creek or Jackson Drive. And of course, right next to us is the Hilton. And so it is a really neat location for us.
So when you have somebody that's facing this challenge in their life, what kind of, do you guys do any testing for it?
You know, we really, when somebody comes to us, whether it's a family member, a spouse, a sibling, we want to sit down with them and look at all their options. Okay. So whether they need a long-term placement or a short-term placement, we're going to assess their needs and then meet with that particular and potential resident and assess where they are. And for us personally, like I said before, we can accommodate all levels. So there's not too many situations that come up that we weren't allowed or weren't able to care for them. Sure. And but yes, we will go through an assessment process.
And then, so this is a full-time facility, so they live here on do you have any outpatients at all?
No, everybody here is they're long-term, and they get to age in place, which is one of the great things for us. There's never really a level of care that we would have to have them move on to a different community. And so for us, we get to care for these residents throughout the whole process. Okay. They become family to us.
Oh, I'm sure they do, big time.
Absolutely.
Now, do you ever see any reverse in the process? Is there any time where they get better, or is it?
Well, as we know, Alzheimer's and dementia, there's not a cure at this particular point.
Right.
And, for us, we have seen where folks have been in a different environment and they come in here and they do thrive. Okay. And I think it's a lot to do with our programming, our activities. Mm-hmm. We do have a medical staff, physicians that are in-house. Okay. And just when they're in the right environment, we do see that they do thrive. Sometimes it gets the appearance that they do get better. Unfortunately, that's typically not the case, but they're just in the right environment. And so for that, that makes us feel very successful. Sure. We do want to provide the best quality of care and make sure that they have the best quality of life while they're here.
I know that I went through it with my grandma and grandpa. They kind of suffered from that a little bit. Do you think that brings on other issues, other health problems with the dementias and things like that, or?
Well, the dementia does affect the brain in a way that it can affect other functions with the residents, such as swallowing or their mobility. And so for us, we want them to have their independence as long as possible. So we will set up, whether it's home health to come in for therapy, a restorative program. We'll look at doing a number of things to help them keep their independence.
Very good. So what would the process be for somebody that would like to bring their family member in to visit with you guys and get the process started? Do they need to go to the doctor, or they just come straight here?
Well, first and foremost, they can certainly call us anytime. We can direct them in the right direction. Okay. One thing that we do need to see is a history and physical from their physician. Okay. We need to make sure that they do have the proper diagnosis to be here. But we can certainly start the process with a simple call. I encourage folks to reach out to us if they're experiencing a loved one that is in the early stage or even in the moderate or end stage. We would love the opportunity to sit down and talk with them, go through the process, and give them any information that they would need, whether it is our community or any other type of community out there or any other services that may be out there as well.
Very good. What would be the telephone number that they would contact you guys with?
Yeah, you guys can reach us at 816-478-5689. That is our main number.
Okay.
And certainly just ask for us that you're inquiring, ask for admissions. You can even ask for me, Scott. I'd be happy to talk with you.
Very good. And then what's the address over here?
The address over here is 19400 East 40th Street, Court South. I know that's a mouthful, but here in Independence, we're just right off of Jackson Drive. There is a Sonic conveniently located across from our campus.
Sure.
And but certainly we would love for anybody to come out and come see us. We'll give them a tour and show them our beautiful community here.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd want to get out while we're here?
Yeah, just a couple other things too. We do have a couple other programs as well. We do short-term stays. We have just implemented a new transition program. So those that are caring for someone at home that may have what they refer to as a mental status change and go into the ER, may not be formally admitted to the hospital, but if they're discharged, they still may need a little bit of rehab before going back to the community or home that they may be at, and we want to be able to help that person get back there.
Okay.
So they can come here for a lower rate and be able to set up home health with them, get their therapy that they need, and get them back home.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming on the road show. And I forgot to tell you before we did an interview, we do have a tagline on our radio show and our road show. It's a big Jed Clampett. Woo doggies. Can you give me woo doggies?
Yeah, woo doggy. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Hey guys, you've been listening to the Junk in My Trunk Road Show. Come over here and check them out. It's the Village of Jackson Creek. Is that correct?
Correct. Village of Jackson Creek Memory Care.